Greetings, superior beings, greetings, supreme being. Welcome to Universal Peace Television, the channel, or BC Hoffman, the and on YouTube. This is the broadcast. Live Skype callers. Ave Satanas, Anonymous, Rodent Satisfaction, Part 3. So I'm going to try to reach them again. I'm kind of bored, and if I can't reach them, then I might read my new writings about the drooling elite, etc. So, let's attempt to Skype call them. Where's my Skype? I had Skype open. And it magically disappeared off the taskbar where I had pinned it. Okay. Also to test my new mic setting. See if the volume still adjusts automatically, which I've tried to turn off. Hello, hello? Hi!
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, wow. Are you having dinner?
Say again?
Are you having dinner? Eating?
No.
Dinner? No?
No.
Oh, I thought so, perhaps. Okay, then I cannot wish you a great dinner time. So, how are you doing?
Drinking.
You are vegan? Vegan?
No, I'm drinking tea.
Oh, you're drinking tea. I thought you said I'm vegan.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
okay. Then I can smoke my pipe. Well, yeah, I'm also testing out my microphone, so I'm checking now if the level is alright, and then I can talk about any subject. Level has gone down to, and it's still adjusting it automatically. I am doing a live broadcast now, and I don't know yet how to adjust, how to make it stop turning down my microphone volume. So that's sort of sabotage. By default, it should be off, I think. But okay. So how are you doing?
Good, I'm doing good.
Alright. I remember you have a Casio watch, Casio. That's good. I did a broadcast about 10 reasons people should not buy an automatic mechanical watch. You can watch on my channel. So, are you also homosexual, or?
Who?
Because well, it's not about that for me. We can have any conversation about the global government or any other subject.
Well, yes, we can, but the man in the glasses is a homosexual, but I'm not.
Oh wow, I thought that you were the guy in the glasses speaking. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter qua conversation. I mean, so how can we create a timeline in which we all will live happily eternally, in which maximum fulfillment will be bestowed upon all the living organisms, and we get control of the factors that control aging? I think it's a matter of just funding it and putting the idea out there, because if people don't have the idea, then they cannot create it, basically.
Brochik, can we have this discussion without the man in the glasses, because he's a homosexual, and I don't like when the homosexuals hear our conversation, so I'll call you, okay?
Well, I don't
Hold on a
mind.
second.
I don't mind.
What's mean homosexual?
Well, I think that he means you're attracted to men, and we are, or at least I am attracted to hetero. I'm a hetero, so I'm attracted to females sexually. So I have no feelings for men whatsoever. Only for women.
I like women too. I like chicks.
So you're not homosexual.
No, me not homosexual.
Okay.
I'm straight.
I mean,
Okay,
otherwise I would have said
I was-
okay as well. I don't really mind.
But pick up for some reason.
Well, perhaps you guys know some chicks that could also be in the broadcast. It might be nice to balance it a bit. But yeah. So what are you guys? Were you already talking about something, or what's happening?
No, nothing much. How about you?
No, I thought it's nice to chat with people, so let's give it a try. See if they're still online, and
Yes.
I'm in luck, so then we can talk about any subject. Sometimes I just
Roger, do you smoke weed?
sometimes I just check the fake news. Well, yeah, I smoke hash. I just went shopping basically to a coffee shop where they sell this stuff, and but I've also grown my own weed, so I have a doctor's prescription for the use of weed, and I usually smoke it. I like it. And you guys don't smoke weed or eat weed?
Not anymore. Not anymore. We do.
Cool. Because, well, some people might think that everybody that doesn't use is a hater, basically, if they don't use any drug. But I think that's a bit
I do heroin too, man.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't usually, because I don't have it. It's kind of hard to come by. It's kind of expensive.
Heroin?
Yeah. So theoretically,
for like 0.1 gram, it's like $20. 0.1 gram.
Well, with weed and hash, it's about 1 gram for €10 in the Netherlands. So $10 for a gram. So that's much more expensive.
Are you a lonely person or no?
Am I a holy person?
Lonely.
I don't understand what you're saying. Warmery?
Are you a lonely person?
I don't understand what.
Let me type it in the Skype. You see?
Yeah.
Lonely.
Lonely. Oh yeah. I'm lonely. Well, to a certain extent, yeah. I would like to be with a single female and also to chat with single ladies. But if there are no ladies calling me, then I can also talk with males. Because when having conversations with ladies, I'd like to have sex, not really conversations. Though it's also possible with a lady. It doesn't matter for the quality of the conversation, whether it's a male or a female. Oh, I guess the other guy hung up. Is there still somebody... Is somebody gonna call me now or something? Weird.
Hello.
Yo. So something went wrong. So you all wouldn't like having a conversation with a female better than with a male? Or would you like...
I prefer female better.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, yeah, do you all think something's gonna happen, and what is gonna happen in 2018? Will it be a wonderful year with President Trump in control, or do you think stuff will happen and perhaps even a world war, and we all need to prepare with radiological waterfilter and storable food? What do you all think? Is something
No
gonna...
war.
No war. You think it cannot happen? Do you think it cannot happen or it will not happen?
War. Who's gonna fight with who?
Excusez-moi? I didn't catch that phrase.
If it's gonna be war, who is who gonna fight in a war?
Well, over the nuclear agreement, for example, if they overreact on Iran not allowing these inspections. Sorry?
North Korea might destroy United States a little bit with nuclear weapons.
Well, that would be mutually assured destruction, and I think there are lots of people trying to prevent that, of course. They don't want a 7-year nuclear winter and stuff, so I think they might settle for some sanctions or whatever, but I was wondering what you all think about it. I'm convinced that there are people out there that are convinced that there will be a third Jesuit world war over Iran, or the two-state solution world war, or they will do something else, some other disaster, ISIS attacks to depopulate Earth and push their illegal gun ban and stuff.
Destroyed, right?
Excuse me? Why destroy?
Yeah.
Destroy what?
Russia destroyed ISIS.
Well, I think that the question is also if you guys think that ISIS is real or if it's just some kind of CIA group basically that's funded by them.
Yeah.
It's to destabilize, etc. Well, I know they want permanent bases in the Middle East, according to Wesley Clark's video. They had a plan long ago in all these countries in the Middle East. They want permanent military bases and stuff. So perhaps they're not going to stop until they have that, basically. So perhaps it's best to just give it to them, you know? I don't know. But okay. And do you guys know, well, I'd have to search locally. I think for free dating websites it's best to search locally. But I think there's someone for everyone. There are over 7 billion people out there. But I'm just doing this to get new ideas for my writings and for my channel. And to create the timeline we all want, basically. I already talked with you, but I've forgotten most we talked about. And I remember there was something with the microphone, but now we can talk. So the question was also, do you do any type of work or schooling or...
School.
School? You are a student?
I'm gonna be in January.
Uh-huh. And what type of...
Next week I'm going to college.
Sorry? Polish?
Next week I'm going to college.
Oh, you're going to college next week. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And what are you studying?
Mechanical engineering technology.
Okay, yeah, I think that may be useful. There may be jobs in that also. Okay, and you are not politically affiliated, or and who is chatting with us at the moment?
Just me and you.
Oh, okay. I find it hard to see with Skype sometimes, and I think I have to click here. So other people can join us. Single ladies are invited also to join us in the chat. It can be about anything, the news, about pancakes or what you like, or about yourself, or about other people, things you have been through. What's the weirdest thing that ever happened to you, for example? Anything interesting, or something else that that may be interesting for the YouTubers? Some kind of story, perhaps? Or not really, that you say, well, at the moment. Nothing?
Nothing.
Well, I went to buy some hash, and I was afraid that I had put it, that I had lost it, basically. But that's because I always put it in a certain pocket that it cannot fall out. At least a pocket with zippers. And it was about the ticket, because I don't really need the ticket, but I asked for a ticket, and because of that I had to think about it, so I shouldn't have asked, so next time I might not ask for a ticket, but okay. And is there still snow in your country, and you are in Canada, is that correct?
Yeah, it's rain here.
Rain, Oh, that sucks a little bit, but the plants need it. Over here, it's not raining at the moment. It's about 7 degrees. And have you seen some of my broadcasts? Have you seen
No.
any of my broadcasts? No? Well, my channel is BC Hoffman FFN, and I make videos about a lot of subjects. To create the timeline we all want, so usually also about universal peace. And you're not married?
No.
Not yet. Okay. Well, Pence says U.S. Embassy to make Jerusalem move next year on faster timetable.
No. I want to talk to you about Bitcoin.
Bitcoin? Oh, I don't know that much about it, but I think it's unreliable, like banks are unreliable. Perhaps it's better to buy a fireproof safe and build it into the wall and then put it all in there, basically. Because an EMP would erase all the servers and then it would be all gone, wouldn't it? If it's just a number on a screen. And if everybody would ask for the money back that they've put in the bank, they'd all be bankrupt. So that's not really there, basically. That's what many people were saying during that Occupy movement. But about Bitcoin, do you think it's a good investment?
My brother in Europe, he invests a lot of money into Bitcoin.
Well, I heard that
now he don't know what to do.
One Bitcoin is crazy expensive, basically, I heard. But recently, and it seems to depend on how much faith people have in it, and now the governments are trying to crack down on this. So then the value went down again because of that. But that may also lead to a counter reaction again, so that keeps fluctuating, I think. Until something would happen that would crash it, if some kind of computer virus would be created or something. Perhaps it's just a setup, because these people with lots of money and power don't like it. They want to be the only ones that can control the markets, etc. So they are probably trying to mess with it, but I'm not sure. Perhaps they are also into it. Perhaps they will also buy a lot of bitcoins and other cryptocurrency, and then the price will go up tremendously. You know, so it's... I think it has to do with the faith people have in the cryptocurrencies. But do you think the Bitcoin will go up or down?
I think it's gonna go down.
Well, I would think that it may be a good idea to have our own currency, that we're not dependent anymore on the currencies that they have planned for us all, that they control and have more of than any of us, basically. And that way they can control the markets, etc. But that's just a hunch, just an idea, basically. I don't have any cryptocurrency myself. 0. Unless you see what is in the bank is cryptocurrency. It's, with wireless energy, NSA, etc. I can just change the numbers if they want to. Oh yeah, and I have to do something about Skrill. I have to email Skrill, because I transferred money into a Skrill account, and you can see it's booked on my account and it's not booked into the Skrill account. So I can prove that I transferred it, but it's not in my account with the ideal money transfer. So I don't have much faith in these things at all. So is there any particular subject you'd like to chat about? Or
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Bitcoin? What do you like about Bitcoin? Is there a reason I should buy Bitcoins?
Don't buy it. Well, let's talk about economy of United States.
Economy of the US.
Yeah.
Well, they say that Trump has already improved the economy tremendously, that he's good for the economy, etc. And
what did he do?
Well, it's just the faith that they have in him that controls the market to a certain extent, is what some people think. And he wants to audit the Fed, auditing the Federal Reserve, basically checking what all that money, the taxpayer money, is used on. And cutting on unnecessary spending, and perhaps give some more money for controlling the factors that control aging and stuff people really need. I've heard talk about the roads, and building a wall would also create jobs. Just for that reason, you could argue it's good already. And there is a border there, so it's... but then I've read about people building tunnels in Israel or whatever. So then how can you have those tunnels and not a tunnel, no Mexican tunnels? Or another idea was basically using a sort of blimp or a balloon to get over the wall to paradise, to the US, basically. Or another idea was, again, can't they just come in as tourists? I mean, if you have tourists from Mexico, would they be denied entrance? And is that legal if they would? So it has all kinds of... but you have to find a way to regulate the influx of immigrants. I think that most people can agree and see the logic of that argument, that it must be controlled somehow, because the country cannot handle loads of criminals entering the country and destroying the country from within. Also rape can be a problem, and torture and depopulation. So we have to control that to be safe ourselves. Even the pedo elite have to control it to a certain extent. And the normal elite as well, and they have all the money. And knowledge is power, so... yeah, that's how I feel about it. So... any other thing you'd like to talk about?
I don't know.
What was your name again? I'm
Bruno.
Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno.
Bruno. I'm Ulrich from Mijdrecht, the Netherlands. Okay. And are you for or against a global government, or do you have no opinion?
Say again?
Are you for or against the global government, or do you have no opinion on that?
Against.
Against. And
yes.
Why? Why? Why are you against the global government?
Corruption. Too much corruption.
Right. Power. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Yeah. That's. I think that's wisdom right there. And perhaps I've written recently about an artificial intelligence. If the AI's intelligence is superior to all human intelligence, you could argue we should let an AI rule the world. That's one of my new theories. But that may be too unreliable, and people cannot check. Basically, it's programmed and controlled by someone. What's happening? Something funny? You're getting...
the guy who bought the coins, he just called me.
The Bitcoin guy?
The Bitcoin guy, yeah.
Ah, okay.
You just call me on the cell phone.
And are you gonna buy bitcoins?
No, never.
Never.
Nothing left. The guy already bought every Bitcoin.
Ah. Well, I could check if it's going up or down.
It's going down big time.
Let's check if that's through Bitcoin. Well, theoretically there will be a point when it goes up again.
You think so?
Yeah. Supply limit 21 million. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency and worldwide payment system. It is the first decentralized digital currency, as the system works without a central bank or single administrator. So then I could search on Bitcoin Euro, for example. See if we get a nice... there. Oh wow, so it has gone up in 2018. So it is still higher than it was before 2017. So in all those years it was lower than it is now, but let's see if there's a website with this. This way it's also possible. So here it went up for a reason, and well, I think it will stay up for a while because more people are learning about it, because they're also reporting about it in the news, and any publicity is good publicity. So it could go up again already, basically. Because after all, they are dependent on the supermarkets for food and on their bank for money. And it's simply the monetary system. So I think it's an original idea. I am happy that it's there to a certain extent. So I'm not for banning it, or I'd have to study more to be able to form an opinion about whether it should be banned. If there's anybody that says, do you think Bitcoin should be banned? And if so,
yes.
Why?
Because stupid people losing money on it.
Stupid people are losing money on it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They keep on investing when it's going down.
Mm-hmm. Well, it has fluctuated quite a bit, I think. But it may stay around 10,000 euro for one Bitcoin. That sounds reasonable. So because it sounds unreasonable to people, they think, well, I'd rather have 10,000 euros than one Bitcoin. I think that's also a reason that Bitcoin is not coming off the ground, sort of. Though now it's one Bitcoin is 10,000 bucks basically, and it can also go up if all people decide to make a sort of pact together against these depopulators that control the money supply, that have more of it than anybody else. Then Bitcoin is one way, then they completely go around the whole monetary system. But okay, I think that you have a good argument, that you could argue it should be banned, because some people can lose money with it, but they can lose it with many other things out there, many scams, 419 scams, pyramid scams, investing quote in options and in Forex and all that shit. So lots of people lose money that way, and usually it's set up in a way so that the people that set it up make money and the rest usually loses money, and perhaps they even totally control that with wireless energy, you know, so they can control markets and lots of things, also by controlling the human mind with neural networks. Yeah, and I think it's best to prepare for a possible world war with a radiological water filter and storable food. So, I don't know if you have that, but radiological water filter is required if you want to survive a nuclear event. And if it would be in the US, then it would also blow to Russia, basically. No matter where that nuclear bomb goes off, it would go around the world if it would be a mutually assured destruction thing. And it's programmed to automatically retaliate, supposedly. Nuclear weapons are real. And if they're not, scalar weapons are real, and nuclear-sized explosions are patented. So it's something to avoid. And on the other hand, they may not extort people with it, of course. So we should never give in to terrorists. But at the moment, it's simply a big problem that I'm usually thinking about is brain control, the synthetic telepathy. The fact that people cannot protect themselves against directed energy weapon torture. And I've heard that also the Japanese prime minister was extorted. And if there is no one controlling this directed energy weapon torture and synthetic telepathy, then that abuse of power could be enormous. And that could result, if we don't watch out, in extermination of 93% of the world's global population.
Кто когда нищеброд не объясняет про биткоин? Тоже на велосипеде катается, как это является.
Or not.
И друг друга, блядь, обгоняете на велосипеде с горки, и про биткоин будете рассказывать. Идиоты, блядь. Ты ему скажи, пусть заработает, блядь, хотя бы первую сотню тысяч долларов, блядь, на бит, потом будет разговаривать со мной.
So perhaps I should buy bitcoins as well. Perhaps I should do away with all these euros and buy bitcoins. But if I cannot use it in the supermarket, and so I don't understand Russian. Or what is it? Is it Russian? The language? Uh-huh. So is it someone calling you?
No. It's the Bitcoin guy.
Complained
about he lost all his money.
So why should I buy bitcoins? Can you ask him why I should buy? And can he talk in English? That would be marvelous, because he's on YouTube. So then he can make Bitcoin go through the roof.
Go to the Mijdrecht and sell cheeseburger for the people. Don't say me for Bitcoin. About Bitcoin.
Okay.
The guy don't speak English, as you see.
Well, well, I think it's just a cryptocurrency, and does he think that Bitcoin will go up or down?
He prayed that Bitcoin will go up. He prayed.
Okay.
Bill, $50,000. Quadruple or 5 times worth as much as it is now. It's now 10,000 around there somewhere. But I wonder how safe it is. What could happen? Could anything happen with the Bitcoin, or is it now stable and does the value stay about the same? And then you can
I could check up on the web what it is. What could I buy with a Bitcoin? Could I buy anything with it, really? Yeah, that's a question to you guys. What could I buy with a Bitcoin?
Nothing.
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 Then why would I or why would other people want Bitcoins?
Only stupid people buy Bitcoin.
Well, it says on Wikipedia, the Free CIA Vatican-controlled encyclopedia, that it's a worldwide payment system. It is the first decentralized digital currency, as the system works without a central bank or single administrator. The network is peer-to-peer and transactions take place between users directly without an intermediary. These transactions are verified by network nodes through the use of cryptography and recorded in a public distributed ledger called a blockchain. Bitcoin was invented by an unknown person or group of people under the name Satoshi Nakamoto and released as open source software in 2009. Bitcoins are created as a reward for a process known as mining. They can be exchanged for other currencies, products and services. As of February 2015, over 100,000 merchants and vendors accepted Bitcoin as payment. Research produced by the University of Cambridge estimates that in 2017 there are 2.9 to 5.8 million unique users using a cryptocurrency wallet, most of them using Bitcoin. So then I could compare it to the other cryptocurrencies. Ten cryptocurrencies have a market cap over 100 million. Bitcoin number 1. 19,645,000,000. Ethereum is second on this list of Business Insider. 4,610,000,000. Ripple $1,205,000,000, and the rest are all below $1 billion. Dash, Litecoin, Nem, Monero, Ethereum Classic, Augur, and PivX. Well, for now it looks like it's there to stay. And well, I don't know too much about it, what the advantages would be, if any. And there are more billionaires, so people with most money might also get less influence on the markets, etc. The difference might be becoming smaller rather than bigger. Well, I hope for progress in the world. I think that there's not much to say about cryptocurrencies. It's not really my thing. Basically it's not my job to make money by working with money and shares and all that shit. But I do know that you can also buy put options. Perhaps that's better than cryptocurrencies in the light of a possible world war or sanctions over Iran that could drive up the cancer oil price, since Mr. Rothschild has bought these shares, or basically he sold his US assets and bought cancer oil in South America So that could indicate that cancer oil price is going up, that they're going to sanction Iran or something is in the cards. Yeah, so perhaps we can talk about other stuff than Bitcoin. Are there other things you would like to talk about?
Women.
Women?
Women.
Oh, women, yeah.
Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, what about them? Are you actively dating?
No.
I'm not really actively dating either. Perhaps we should both do more. Just get a woman via a dating website. But the women that I've known were very nice. The women I made love with, I mean. But I think they're taking my throat again. So perhaps you can say something to the world. So I'm not constantly talking.
I don't know what to say.
Well, it looks like cryptocurrencies are here to stay and they're reasonably safe, comparable to the dollar and other currencies that are fluctuating as we speak. So if it works and they get enough companies that use these cryptocurrencies and they can pay with that stuff, then it could also become more stable than other currencies, theoretically. So it is. You could see it as competition for the other types of currency, of course. And these people can get into it themselves, of course. These billionaires could buy some cryptocurrencies and see how it goes. And that way they could also make the price of a certain currency go up or down by buying or selling. And that way they might also get control over the cryptocurrencies. Perhaps they already have. I don't know if it's registered who owns how many cryptocurrency or how much cryptocurrency and if the owners are known. And if it's hardware, yeah, it's we can also wonder about the safety of a passport and other details that the government is keeping about us, and how accurate some people just write bullshit because they don't like someone, because they're either racist or homophobic or anti-religion or pro-religion, and the other person is not what they want them to be, not the type of person they like, then they can do that type of thing, even if they're in the government, you know. But you are totally anti-cryptocurrency? Yeah. So yeah, I'm totally Yeah, I heard he bought some, but I think it's not that bad, really.
He lost a lot of money.
He lost a lot of money already, or does he have cryptocurrency that he can sell?
Yeah, he lost a lot of money already.
Is the cryptocurrency protected against an EMP? I wonder if it's protected against electromagnetic pulse, because I think the normal banks may not be protected against that. So if that world war would happen, then all your money is gone, basically. So perhaps it's best to spend it now before that happens. I'm kidding a little bit, but it's an idea. But cryptocurrency is not my thing. I think talking about money and thinking about it, they say the love of money is the root of all evil, but it's the love of religion. The lie that there's something higher than the humans, etc. It has created all these wars. It makes people torture other people. So the idea that they have a soul and that it's in their blood turns people into cannibals, etc. No, it's all bullshit. And I have to clear my
Yo,
throat
what time is
with
it
tea.
in your country?
It's now about exactly 20:46 and 30 seconds. So it's 8:45.
Oh, I see.
And in your country? It's 6 hours earlier, I guess. It's like 12 o'clock.
2:46.
How much?
2:46.
2:46. Okay.
2:46.
Yeah. All right. In the daytime, I mean, not at night, of course.
No, not at night.
No, because it's about 6 hours earlier in Florida, so over there it may be about the same or even earlier. All right. So there's no snow anymore. And did you have a nice Christmas?
Yeah,
You have friends or family?
family.
Family, okay. Yeah, basically, me too. I'm with my father, and but I would like to
Can you
make
see
friends.
the camera?
Ah, that's your house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Nice.
show you something. What is this?
I'm making it full screen. Oh, that's a nice cat. I love cats. Dogs
Me
can
too.
dogs can be pretty dangerous.
Yeah. This is my cat's room.
Some people might also have a dog to check out their environment, basically. Then they have an excuse to spy on everybody. Yeah, I'm walking my dog.
You have a dog?
Sorry?
Do you have a dog?
No, I have no pets. Basically no pets allowed in the house I'm in. But I am thinking about getting a cat anyway.
I also have fish.
Oh wow. Well, then you have to watch out that the cat doesn't start catching fish.
No, I have aggressive fish. Cat's afraid of the fish.
Oh wow. So this is cool.
No, thank you. I have 2 fish tanks.
So then you're in Canada, and who is the leader of Canada? Is there a prime minister or a president?
Justin Trudeau.
Who?
Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada.
Sounds a bit like Tudor, these Tudor watches of Rolex. I think I haven't heard of him yet. So there are certain things in the mainstream media. And what do you think of the mainstream media? Is the mainstream media completely fake news, or do you think most of what they broadcast is true? They're just leaving out some things, and they're sort of controlled by people with much influence. Or do you think that all mainstream media are satanic pedophiles? I'm seeing the ceiling. I'm seeing the ceiling light.
I went to washroom.
Oh, okay. Cool. But I do have to warn, and you're using cancer cell phone radiation, and it's best not to use cancer cell phone radiation. It's best to use a wired camera or just no wireless. So what was my previous question again? Do you think the mainstream media... What do you think of the mainstream media is the question, basically.
I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Do you think you're censored in any way with directed energy weapons, or you just you have no opinion about the mainstream media, the big news channels like CNN, NBC, ABC, Fox News, and or BC Hoffman on YouTube? It's a joke. Well, I would think that 80 to 90% of what they report can be true. So, but I've never studied or checked out how much of what they say is true. And it is also true that they have lied. And there's now also a top 10 of these fake news websites, even sort of approved by the president. Trump, I mean. President Trump. And yeah, with all these crisis actors and stuff, I don't trust the mainstream media either, so I don't believe anything I read. But it seems like there's less stuff happening than a couple of years back, when you had the WTC and wars, etc. going on, Iraq and depleted uranium war crime. And then, do you think there were tactical nukes used in Syria? Do you think these were really tactical nukes or not? Or have you not heard about it? You think that they didn't use tactical nukes? Because if you look on YouTube, there are lots of people that claim that they use tactical nukes. And I wonder if it could be true. Or if they're just...
Propaganda.
Sorry?
It's propaganda.
It's propaganda. And who is spreading the propaganda? Yeah. Who is spreading it?
Americans.
And who did these tactical nukes in Syria then, supposedly? Because
Americans.
Well, why would they do that and then expose themselves? It's perhaps to control the position.
So, good question. I will tell you the answer. So Barack Obama could get his Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prize? Yeah, Hitler was also nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. But okay, I think Obama got one, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, so he could get one.
Yeah.
Because he did something about these tactical nukes in Syria, or did he make them go off or whatever? Because I was wondering, if they use those, how can they have recordings of it? If it's done with a digital camera, wouldn't the EMP destroy these digital cameras? Could they really be tactical nukes, or are they some other type of explosive? What they exactly use, they would know, basically. And if they would want to deny all these people with their tactical nuke videos, then they could, perhaps I could check it out even myself. Anyway, it's clear they use some kind of explosive, so it doesn't really matter. Explosives are explosives. It's bad. It's always a crime. War is always a crime, and I'm against it. It should end.
Eric, I have a question for you.
Yeah, I'd love a question. Shoot.
What do you think about Russia?
Russia. I like the buildings. I recently bought a Vostok watch, another one, with the St. Basil's Cathedral on it. That's what many people think of when they think of Russia, I think, that these colorful, like, that's sponge cake, or what do you call it, meringue, or whatever, these sugar-coated, it's almost like the building of Hansel and Gretel, basically. It's like it's made out of sugar and you can eat it, and it's wonderful. And Russia, well, I think that, well, they're all Jesuit controlled, these people at the top, basically. So I wouldn't generalize, talk in a generalized fashion. I think that people of the world, everywhere you go, are largely the same. They want to survive and have a good time. They want to be loved, and but I like some Russian thinkers, and they may also be very advanced, comparable to the Americans, qua brain control and synthetic telepathy, wireless energy, scalar waves, and that sort of thing. So I do like the Russians, and I think Putin as well, that he's quite intelligent, and I could have a good, nice conversation with him about stuff. But I would ask him, do you think you are homophobic and stuff like that, though I'm a hetero. And perhaps that's why he will not have a conversation with me. But who knows, perhaps he'll Skype me. I'm ProLogic999 on Skype. And then we can have a conversation with the president. I think that would be cool, but I doubt if he would do that. Meer.
What do you think about Angela Merkel?
Well, I don't know if she now wants to regulate the influx of immigrants, but if she doesn't, then I would disagree with her on that point of policy. And some people think she is the daughter of Adolf Hitler, which shouldn't matter qua whether she can be elected or stuff like that. So it's an argumentum ad hominem. And actually, I don't really know if it's true. So, and what do you think of Angela Merkel and President Trump compared to President Putin? Which one's better?
Putin #1.
Putin #1. Oh wow.
Yeah.
And Angela Merkel #2, or Trump #2?
Angela Merkel #2.
Whoa! Whoa! Shocking! Well, then I have to hang up now. Then no, I'm kidding. Really, why Trump #3 and Merkel #2?
Because Barack Obama created a war in Iraq and in Libya. You know Libya? All people from Africa and Middle East, they start going into Europe. And instead of turn them off, or maybe shoot them, Angela Merkel said, we're gonna take them. Now I think there is no more Europe.
Well, you could argue there's more Europe. There are more of us now than before. So, getting stronger.
But look how many immigrants from Syria, for example, in Europe.
What do you think of the statement or the slogan, no person is illegal? Do you agree with that, or do you say, well, of course there are illegal persons, we cannot accept an unlimited amount of criminals and extremely poor people from other countries because the country cannot handle it, we cannot pay for all of them, so that would destroy Europe. You think that's happening in Europe now?
Yes, yes.
But then you might put Trump on place #2 if he does the right thing and doesn't attack Iran. And if I think many people voted for him because they thought he was about peace, also universal peace, instead of Hillary. They saw Hillary more as the pro-war candidate, basically, with Syria and everything.
I'm going to answer that question. If Trump stopped the war, United States will have nobody to sell weapons to. And United States economy will go down. United States need the war because they make money of it.
Well, I have to think about it for a while. I think they want permanent bases there. So but it may also be about money. Blood money, no blood for cancer oil. Universal peace now.
All the oil belongs to the Jews.
You could argue it belongs to everyone. Because there is no entity. There is no God, there is no entity. Are you a believer?
I believe in God.
And are you punished in Russia if you say otherwise? I've heard about these Jehovah's Witnesses that were arrested for being Jehovah's Witnesses. I
am Jehovah's Witness.
You are Jehovah's Witness? No.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're in Canada, and oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of believe in a perfect society that will be created in which maximum fulfillment will be bestowed upon everyone. Do you think it takes a miracle, or that humans will create it themselves?
God will help them.
And you think that Satan is trying to prevent them from creating that, or not?
Yeah. Yes.
Interesting. Well, I think God does not exist, and that is proven by the fact that the Bible is a collection of polytheistic, plagiarized myths rolled into monotheism. And that you have to watch out with people that tell you that there is a God and that believe in it themselves. So I'm anti-religion, but I'm not anti-religious people, basically. I could have a religious wife, and I could even visit the church or synagogue or minaret. It may be fun, all these songs and stuff, feeling of unity and nice little snacks and what have you, mini papadums and wine. Sometimes it depends, of course. Muslims don't drink wine with alcohol. The killer alcohol that kills millions of people yearly, that's still not illegal. Perhaps we should go for a second prohibition and legalize cannabis. Perhaps it's the only way to save our future and humanity.
Our Prime Minister, he gonna legalize marijuana soon.
All countries are gonna legalize it soon? Are you sure?
No. In Canada, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau gonna legalize marijuana.
Oh, cool.
In our country.
Yeah, I think that's good. But for who is it good, basically? Some people argue it's only good for the state. But I don't think that. I think it's illegal for a government to ban a working cure. And it is a working cure that's already proven for lots of people. So that's why they may not ban it or make it illegal. It's much safer than the killer alcohol. And it can also be eaten and put in chocolate, bonbons, and cannabis tea, etc. And it expands the consciousness. That's why the controller agents might not like it. So there's no Satan either, I think. But there are people that have set it all up. I take another sip of tea. So I think religion is slavery for the mind. Religion is an abomination. But I do like to talk about religious stuff as well. So I like Christians that see that they have to love each other, basically do unto others as you want others to do unto you, that type of idea. And that is also a way people can live together. That is, to some people, that's the essence of Christianity, basically. But there are others that don't see it that way at all. But I'm gonna get some tea. Oh, my father is also coming with dinner. So perhaps we can continue the conversation some other time. It's cool that I've been able to see some of your house. I think that's also nice for viewers out there.
When can we continue our conversation? Hello?
I didn't catch that.
When can we continue our conversation?
Well, perhaps after dinner. I have to see. Or tomorrow, otherwise. But let's say around 12 o'clock. So I still have to start eating. It's now 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock over here. So in about 3 hours.
Okay.
So then you could try to call me, or I could try to Skype you. Then we can talk some more.
I don't have your Skype name.
Prologic999.
No, you call me, okay?
Let's see if you are. What's your Skype name? Because I'm now calling Ave Satanas, Anonymous, Rodent, Satisfaction, and 2 others. So I don't really know who I'm Skyping, basically. It's so what is my Skype name is Prologic999, and what's yours?
I don't remember my Skype name.
Okay. Well, then you can just Skype me at around 12 o'clock if you like, Prologic999. And everybody can Skype me. You can always refuse people if you don't want to talk to them and stuff. So then thank you for the conversation, for this Skype video call. It was really awesome to chat with you. And well, I hope to chat some other time, perhaps 12 o'clock tonight. And perhaps some single women can also chat with us. That would be awesome. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Have a wonderful day. Peace to you.
You too.
Thanks. Over and out. Alright then. So then I'm going to prepare my disc. My eyes look kind of really fluffy in this light. I don't like it. I can change that by making this whiter. Okay. So like this, it should be better. It's a little bit better. Okay, so then I'm going to temporarily halt this broadcast for universal peace. Dinner will also greatly contribute to universal peace.